Now, Kenya's stock market is one of the worst performing stock markets in the world. Did you know that? Kenya's stock market has performed poorly, terribly in the last few years, and most people do not know this, even though they come to me and ask me about stock market investing in Kenya. So some of the things you need to know about stock market investing in Kenya, some of the shocking truths you need to know about stock market investing in Kenya before you even consider investing. Now, I'm going to do this video to tell you about stock market in Kenya. Lots of people come to me and tell me, hey, Ken, you speak about money market funds, you speak about treasury bills, you speak about all these debt security investments, but you haven't spoken so much about stocks. I have spoken so much about stocks, but that was way back. Reason why I don't speak about stocks as much is actually deliberate. But you know what? I've now heard your cries. I'm going to do a lot more on stocks, and just to give you my view and personal opinion why stock investing in Kenya might not be sometimes a good idea, but not all the time. So I'm going to give you the pointers that you could use for you to make that decision on your own and see if you want to invest in stock market in Kenya. Now, just to be very clear, last year, Kenya's stock market was one of the worst performing stock markets globally. It dropped in a period of 6 weeks. We lost almost 7-8% in the stock market last year. If you look at the NSE index, it's one of the worst performing. It's not been performing good at all. If you look at some of our top performers or some of the best companies that are actually growth oriented, we haven't seen any clear growth really. So the stock market, generally speaking, in Kenya has been on a downward spiral. And why is that happening? We'll talk about that. But the main reason is if you are an investor, you are looking to invest in this kind of place, you need to know what's happening and what to expect so that you don't just get in there without, clear knowledge, clear information of what is actually happening. Very important. Now, the stock market obviously has lots of investors, some of them from outside the country, some of them from inside. A lot of people's pensions are invested in the stock market in Kenya. And sometimes now it means you can't actually get the returns you expect because you could have invested with a very specific return in mind, but then the stock market will show you dust. And then you realize this is not what you want or what you expected. So before you even get into the stock market, I'm here to help you make that decision clear. I'm not saying you shouldn't invest in the Kenya stock market. I'm just saying it's one of those things you need to be very keen about before you get into it, and you need to know certain things, have certain pointers that would lead you to making that decision the right way. So some of the truths about investing in the stock market in Kenya, and of course what you need to consider while you want to invest in the stock market in Kenya or before you invest in the stock market in Kenya. This is Ken's Money Matters. As usual, we talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself of a lifetime of income. Basically financial freedom. Now, for those who might not even know what the stock market is, it's basically publicly listed companies in Kenya. And here we're talking about the Nairobi Securities Exchange, the NSE. The NSE has publicly listed companies that it sells to the public. It has all Kenyan publicly listed stocks. It does have some from East Africa and maybe just one, but mostly these are Kenyan stocks. These are Kenyan publicly listed companies. So it means you as an investor can go and buy a share of a company from these publicly listed companies. You make a decision on which one you want to buy, you go and buy, you get a broker, you can buy. There's a process of buying stocks. I've done a video on that as well. If you want me to do another one, I'll do another one. Just let me know in the comment section below. But I can still do another video on how to actually buy stocks in Kenya, what processes to follow. Anyways, that's not the essence of the video today. Today we want to focus on what are some of the pointers that you need to consider, some of the things you must consider before you start investing in the stock market. And even if you're already investing, these things are still applicable to you as well. What are some of the things you must know about stock investing in Kenya? Because Kenya is not like any other country. Every jurisdiction, every country has its own unique challenges, own unique opportunities, its own unique problems that it must address or it must actually consider, or investors must consider while investing in that particular country. And the fact that you're investing in the NSE in any way, you are investing in Kenya. Stocks obviously are very good for wealth building. So if you want to diversify your portfolio, you want to have different things in your portfolio, you want to have stocks, you want to have real estate, you want to have stocks, you want to have, commodities, you want to have some precious metals, you want to make sure that you have different things in your portfolio. One of the things you're going to have for sure, and I encourage you to do have, are stocks. Now, in that sense, I'm not saying stocks are bad, and therefore I'm saying clearly that stocks are really good. I have stocks, I've invested in stocks for a long time, and I still appreciate them up to now. Even now that everything is looking down because Trump is busy imposing tariffs all over the place and the stock market is looking red, you know what? We are still in it. Now, but here's the biggest but Kenya is different. In what sense? Not because the stocks are not great. Kenya is different because of the landscape, because of the political, economic, and social landscape. And that's why you must consider certain factors before you start investing in Kenya. Kenya has its own unique ways of dealing with these things. It has its own unique opportunities and growth challenges and anything else that an economic landscape that you must consider while investing in stocks. Now, before we go into the shocking truths, let's look at some of the things you must consider while you're investing in stocks in Kenya. First thing is your financial objectives. What do you want to do with that money? So I do tell people, if you're planning to use your money in the next 1 or 2 years, and then you take that money and go and dump it in stocks, especially if you're not a daily trader or if you're not an active trader, then you're not making the right choice. Why? Because stocks are usually volatile, obviously. So you want to ensure that your principal amount is safe. Anytime you're trying to protect your principal amount, then stocks is not the best option for you. So it depends on your objective. If you like, okay, I have this money, but I'm willing to put it in the stock market and not worry about losing maybe 10%, 6% of it for the short-term period, but hopefully in long-term, period, I get to make some good returns out of it, sometimes way higher than 10, 11, 15%. The stock market is wild, you can make any kind of money. So in that sense, yes, you can say, I want to put that money there. You also want to consider your risk appetite. Right? How much risk can you actually take? Are you comfortable seeing your money go down 10% in a day, in 2 days, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? You put $1 million today, tomorrow you come in, the 1 million is like 900K. Are you okay losing that kind of money in the process while you see your portfolio going up and down? If you cannot take that kind of risk, don't dare go into the stock market. So you're looking at your financial objectives, what you want to do with that money in the long term, in the medium term, or in the short term. And then you're looking at your risk appetite as well. How risk averse are you? How much risk can you actually take? And what are you comfortable with seeing happening to your money or your portfolio? And then, of course, you want to consider what stocks and why. What stocks do you want to buy and why are you buying them? What is the reason for you buying those specific stocks in Kenya? Is there a specific growth opportunity that you see? Is there a specific indicator that has given you the go ahead to buy that particular stock, or gives you a very clear indication that that stock will do really well in the near future? So why are you buying those stocks and which stocks do you want to buy? These are things you want to consider, because some of these stocks you buy them and you know that it's going to be dead for a long time. It won't come up anytime soon. Some of them you buy them and you know that there's no clear growth potential in that company. Some of them you buy them and know that they're having management issues. Some of them you buy them and they've been making losses forever. So what are you buying that stock for? What's your reason for buying the stock, and which ones are they? Then, of course, the other thing you want to consider is the broker that you're using. You must get a licensed broker for you to get to buy stocks in Kenya. I've done a video on how to buy stocks. That will be included in that video. You must get a licensed broker. Which broker are you using? And not just being licensed, actually. You want to do some research on the broker. This is someone who's going to be holding your money, basically, a bank in this case. Do some research. Find a good broker who will help you buy your stocks if you make a decision that you want to buy. If you've considered all the factors I've just listed, then you decide that you still want to buy the stock, then you need to get a good licensed broker, but quality broker to help you buy that stock. And that's someone you're going to build a relationship with over time as you do your trading in the NSE. So it's very important that you know exactly which kind of broker you are going for. So let's go into some of the truths that you need to know. You need to be aware of when you're doing stock market investing in Kenya. The first thing is volatility. Our stocks are way more volatile than most stocks. Why so? Kenya is a developing country. Money is fast moving. There's high liquidity. And then we have the political environment as well. These things impact our stock movements with much more velocity than in other parts of the world. So you find that in Kenya, stock can move from, let's say, a highs of, let's say, 50 a share down to 20 per share in a period of like, let's say 3-4 weeks. That's a crazy move. And those things happen in Kenya. You have to be aware that our volatility rate is quite high. It's high because of many factors. It's high because of political factors. It's high because of economic factors. It's high because of social factors. Stock trading is still quite a sentimental process. People attach stock trading to their emotions. And therefore, when people feel a certain way about a certain company, it will reflect immediately and directly in that stock. So we haven't really been taught or nurtured to think a different way, in a logical way, when it comes to most of these things. Sentimental trading is everywhere in the world, but in our country is still more potent. So if you want to invest in the stock market in Kenya, you must be ready for extreme volatility in most cases. It will be so volatile sometimes you would not want to be in that market. It will be so volatile sometimes you will be panicking and selling at a loss, even though the market could rebound and come back up. That volatility comes out of sentimental trading, it comes out of economic factors, it comes out of political factors, it comes out of social factors. So you want to be aware that the moment you start investing in the stock market, you are willing to lose a good percentage of your money at any point, at any time. Any small thing can trigger people, can trigger everyone into selling off a stock. So you have to be aware when you're investing in the stock market that your money could see a huge reduction in a very short period of time, and sometimes even a rise as well. So if you're someone who's trading actively, then if it rises very fast, then you're in a good position. But if you're someone who's investing and doesn't check all these things, but when it rises so fast, you might not have the opportunity to sell. So that volatility part, you must be aware of it. The next thing you must be aware of is there are sectors that are more affected by these factors, economic, social, and political factors, than other sectors. So the sector you choose to invest in Kenya is going to determine your success. Which sectors are you going to be looking into? And what are the factors you're looking into to support that sector? So there are sectors that are likely to be more stable. So let's say, for instance, the agricultural sector is likely to be more stable because most agricultural products are being exported to the Western market. So they are likely to be a bit more stable because the economic factors outside the country are supporting that particular foundation. But if you come back to, let's say, banks, for instance, which are very good investments, if you come to banks, these banks are still very politically tied. And so in that sense, you might end up losing so much money because that bank has some political ties with someone and someone has done something wrong, and therefore everyone feels that that bank doesn't deserve their attention or their money, or just people just go on a panic sale. There are so many political leanings and ties that some of these companies would have, and that would affect how they trade. But you also find that some sectors are not directly, even though the politics still will affect everything else, but some sectors are less affected by some of these leanings and ties. Then insider trading. Insider trading is still quite common in Kenya. Most people have information about things that are happening within these companies. It is illegal, but it happens. Now, insider trading is even difficult to punish in the West. It's been a big problem in the West, in the US. They have a problem trying to punish insider trading. So it's something that still happens in Kenya. You have to be aware of it if you're investing in the stocks in Kenya, that some people will have more information of things going to happen in a company way beforehand. And therefore, you as an investor, an innocent investor, you're coming too late into the market and you're likely to lose your money because maybe whatever it is that was pushing the stock up is going to end in a very short period of time, and then it comes back down, and that's how that affects normal investors. So insider trading is something that happens a lot in Kenya. You have to be aware of it. It's illegal, but it's less structured. It's less, I would say, the process of actually prosecuting that is not that simple, and it's very hard to regulate. Therefore, there are people who will always have insider knowledge and use that knowledge to their advantage. Then your analysis might not be very helpful in Kenya. Now, where there is insider trading, there are political factors, there are so many other issues. You must remember that fundamental factors outside your own analysis will affect the stocks. So your analysis of the stock and everything else about the stock might not go too far. You can look at all their earnings, you can look at their managements, you can look at all their books, and you can look at everything that you need to look at in a particular stock before you buy it. But if other factors outside those logical factors still are against you, you will still lose money. So your analysis is not always going to stand with the ground. If you analyze a particular stock and decide to invest in it, just be aware that things might change in 1 or 2 seconds or 2 days or whatever, because we are in an environment that is still very, I would say, unstable in that sense. So it makes it very difficult to analyze a stock properly and be confident in your analysis that the stock is going to give you the kind of returns you expect. And finally, just be aware you're dealing with a country whereby laws are sometimes a bit fluid. So you have to be aware that these things can affect stocks very rapidly. You can have very rapid movements within the stock market. So generally speaking, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of factors, there are things that can be done to fix the stock market. But before you invest, these are some of the things that you need to be aware of as an investor. I hope that's been helpful, guys. Until next time, I'm out.